Welcome back to our Campus Site Plan series. Today, we're heading to UC Davis to see how Inkey AI generates detailed site plans in seconds. Perfect for architects, designers, and students, and it's free for now. Let's dive in.
If you go to UC Davis for design and architecture, one of the first things you learn is the need for a detailed site plan, various elevations, measurements, property elements, and more. You were told that there are many ways to do this. You could measure it manually. You could hire a surveyor, which takes tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the size of the property, and several weeks' worth of time. You could use the technology of drones and other things to do it a little bit faster, perhaps several weeks. What we have done with Inkey as an AI platform is to enable you to do this within seconds, perhaps minutes, considering the size of the property. All you need to do is go to Inkey's projects, type in the address for the university. You're going to generate a site plan for UC Davis campus. This is almost 600-acre property. Imagine what it would take to measure a 600-acre property manually. All you do is click on Create a Project. The system will start locating data from aerial images, from great many databases, and start building a complete site plan within a few seconds for properties of 10,000 or so square foot. But in the case of 600 acres, it's probably going to take a minute to do this work. Within the minutes, the project has been created. It contains data sources of various types, including elevations, property measurements, and more. By simply opening the project, you will see the massive data that was brought down to you and presented to you within a few seconds. Basically, you have all of the buildings, roof calculations, all of the various elevations, as you can see here. And as I zoom out, you'll notice the massive amount of real estate that was just processed in about a minute. We have all the information about it, including who it belongs to, about 600 acres of land. Various other information is provided. We have wind speed rose plot information for the property. We have sun movement for any piece of the property. And we have the ability to generate additional recognition processes for hardscape, softscape, trees, and other things by simply clicking on layer settings. You notice there's many options that you can enable to not only recognize any of these parameters on this massive property, but also create additional processes as well. Now, we are here to generate a site plan for this. Now, all you have to do is go to Export, select your site plan format. It can be a CAD file, AutoCAD file, PDF file, or more, and simply request an export. What you will see that is within a few seconds, perhaps up to a minute, you have a detailed site plan generated that contains all the parameters you need for this massive property. Imagine if you could do this for every project, regardless of its size. There is hours and days and weeks of savings that you can have, so you can focus on the actual design and architecture part of it. Within a few seconds, you have multiple formats. This is the editable AutoCAD file, but let's take a look at the PDF file. On the PDF file, we have the entire property, all the measurements, elevations, ready to be used. If you have selected the AutoCAD file, you could bring it into AutoCAD and start using it. Inkey will be free for all of the students as long as there are students in architectural schools. All you have to do is to go www.inkey.ai and sign up for free and use the system. Provide us feedback. Help us form the way Inkey will help you do better as architects and designers.